Previously on Love and Marriage Huntsville.
With this ring, I thee wed.
With this ring, I thee wed.
I declare you now, husband and wife. You may salute your bride.
And when I go to work, I'm gonna have to have a schedule with the kids, schedule my call time, schedule my meetings.
What if someone gave you the blueprint?
Our husband is different. I wanna get back in the workforce. I just need to get Marcel on the same page with that. We're a group. You can't just say I, me. It's
Sweetheart, I
about
can.
us. I'm not your sweetheart.
No, you can't, sweetheart.
Yes, I can. I don't want to be taken advantage of. I want to do what I want to do.
I think you're spoiled. You're used to having your way.
What you did was the ultimate betrayal. People knew.
No.
Quit defending her. You're still defending her.
Hey, babe.
Hey, babe, what's up?
Oh, yeah.
It's time to open gifts, babe.
I know, man. That's the rescue. That's good stuff.
Can you help me?
Yeah, I was about to.
It feels amazing that we're married. We've been together for so long, I really didn't think it was gonna feel different. And I feel different. I feel like tingly.
Oh. That's a good thing.
Shut up.
Whose is this?
That one, Males and Tails.
Got you. Oh, wow. This is nice. Look at that. Pink birds. This is really nice, don't you think?
It's different.
Those are nice birds.
They're birds. They look like chickens,
No, those are not nice.
like roosters.
We're gonna put this in the dining room.
Except we're not. I don't do trinkets.
I got you, but if we don't have these birds out when Mel and Tail come over, you know it's gonna be an issue.
Oh, they gave us the bird?
Like the bird? Oh my gosh. This one is from Wanda.
That's nice.
Oh, a little bathrobe.
She means to tell you that when you wear that, that's the only thing that you wear.
That's the only thing?
That is nice.
Child, look at that, Wanda.
No, that's what you were supposed to wear with this. Let me see this.
Wait.
Let me see it. Hold on.
I need to call Tisha.
Let me see this. Let me see it, babe.
Yo,
That's so nice.
Somebody's
Hey,
mama is not
you know
supposed
what?
to be giving you this.
Wanda loves me. Oh my God,
Look
yes.
at that, babe.
That Wanda is a hot mess.
Let me see this. I love it.
You know what I need with that?
You got a hitch on the back?
I need a spanker. You know the little stick with the little fringes on the bottom?
Yes.
I'm guessing
gotta
you
know
probably
it is
want
for
me
me.
to put it on too, huh?
Yep.
I thought we were going to dinner.
I'll have a little snack first.
Hey!
Come on, Mrs. Scott.
So happy to be home, so
Yes.
tired.
That's right. Don't get too tired. What's for dinner, babe?
Dinner? Do you really expect me to cook something after we just got back from vacation? Like we just walked through the house. I cannot with you. My head hurt.
Maybe you're too cold. Maybe the heat from the stove will help you out.
Whatever. Yep, vacation time is over. We're back in Huntsville, Marcel's world, and I just miss Miami already.
Do you remember the last time we were on a 7-day vacation?
Our honeymoon?
Our honeymoon. I think all in all, the wedding was great. Family, food, fun, until Tisha's mom ruined the reception.
Marcel, why you not wearing your ring?
I know you're a mom, but you're just not my wife.
I don't have to be your wife to find out why you're not wearing your ring.
It's her first time in Miami. Like, she was just having a
I
good
didn't
time.
realize it was her first time.
But
Wow.
she wasn't calling you out on something you didn't do. Like, you did not have your ring on. You've been wearing it ever since.
My fingers could be ashy. I still got my ring on. Hey, seriously, your mom.
God, she was off the chain.
No, not off the chain. It wasn't even funny. Had that not been Kimmy and Reese's engagement dinner, I would have walked out.
That's her personality. It's who she is.
I just want to know you have my back in this.
Of course I have your back. We can talk to it together because I actually wanted to talk to you about her moving in with us. Because I actually think I'm gonna start going full force with commercial development.
That right there won't happen.
Why?
What?
Now that I'm back from Miami, now it's time for me to focus on my real estate in the commercial real estate field and actually putting my plans together. I can't argue with Marcel forever. I need to make some moves.
What are you, Tisha, I was just talking to you about this thing and you said it.
Who's my biggest help with the kids? Who?
Me.
My mom is my biggest help with the kids.
Okay, man.
And I trust her.
My question is, why do we even need her up here?
Because I'm gonna start interviewing different brokers. I have like 6 lined up already. I'm ready to actually do the commercial development.
This is a huge endeavor, and I'm not saying I don't support it, but do you know what changes that I have to make because of that?
What effect does it have on you? I'm taking care of all the responsibilities that I currently have as a stay-at-home mom that would allow me to focus on real estate.
We're gonna focus on real estate and outsource parenting.
It's better for me to do that than for me to sit back and have regrets later on in life saying, dang, I wish I would have tried that.
I think at the end of the day, you're gonna regret not, seeing the kids grow up and being a mom to the kids more so than you'll regret making real estate deals or closing them. That's a tough balance, and I think that I know you'll make the right decision.
Well, I'm gonna go order some pizza.
You're not gonna cook?
I'm tired, babe. My head hurt. I want to lay down.
I hope you don't get tired when you're out there in commercial real estate and just stop doing your job because of it.
Melody, I'm getting ready to leave.
Okay, aw, thank you so much.
Love you, baby.
Aw, love you too.
So my mom watched the kids while we were in Miami, and I'm just so thankful and blessed to have a mom like her.
Everything was beautiful. Kimmy and Maurice both looked really, really good. So, they had everybody in white. Everybody got along fine, praise the Lord.
So how are things with you?
It's so-so. I think that being at Kimmy and Maurice's wedding just really made me reflect on my marriage, and Martell and I, we had a very interesting conversation, to say the least. What I need from you is knowing that this is not gonna happen again.
It was a friendship.
A friendship with sexual added in.
Okay, yeah.
How long was it?
A year.
So you're still lying.
No,
See, we can't move
okay.
forward.
We talked for 2 years.
It's not getting better.
Is that where you're at?
I think for me, better isn't good enough. I have tons of people all the time who are like, dang, Melody, how do you do all that you do? Oh my gosh. And that's because I push myself like that to be the best. So that's what I want in return. I feel like I deserve that in return.
Oh, I hate you're having to go through this. Well, I knew something was going on because, I listened to the kids. I know Martell is speaking something he's heard his dad say. And I know Mariah is saying something that she's heard her mom say or do.
Yep, it's not healthy for anybody.
It's very important that when you're going through something in your marriage, if children are involved, that they don't know what's going on. I don't want them to make this a normal thing to where when they get older, they stick in a marriage that's, going the way this one is and think, oh, well, it's okay.
I know no marriage is gonna be perfect. I get that. But at some point, all of the bull has to go away. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't keep going through stuff, and that's just how I feel. So, and when you start feeling like it's a pattern or somebody's continuously walking over you, then you just have to make a change. Enough is enough.
Coming up on Love and Marriage Huntsville.
What is it that you want to get out of being an agent?
I would love to get the chance just to network with adults. I'm at home with kids all the time. To say my interview game is rusty, understatement.
All the nays to the combat group, raise your hand. Stop doing that. I'm out. And when you start feeling like it's a pattern or somebody's continuously walking over you, then you just have to make a change. Enough is enough.
Right.
So that's just kind of how I feel.
I don't think Martell and I are on the same page when it comes to how I should be treated. I think that Martell has felt like he's done so much more than he's seen other men in his life do that I should be okay. But that's not enough for me.
I wouldn't dare tell you to leave your marriage or stay in it. That's something you and God has to decide.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to have a made-up mind because you're the one's gonna have to live with that decision.
Right.
I think a lot of time guys, when they do stuff like that to their wives, they think, okay, because I apologize, everything should go back the way it was before she knew this happened.
Right, right.
And no, it's gonna be a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just have to decide, you know, if it's enough.
Right.
I think I told the two of you this right before you got married. You always have to remember when you first fell in love.
Right. I don't really feel like I know who he is at this point. I think for me to have thought that we were as close as I thought we were, you know, best friends, I'm like, I really don't feel like I know who you are anymore. Who are you? When am I getting a real Martell, or is this just an act, you know? I don't know anymore.
The wonderful memories that I have with Martell are definitely what keeps me here. Deep inside, yeah, I want my marriage to work. But at the same time, I understand that it takes two. And I don't know how bad Martell really wants this marriage to work.
And you know you got family support.
Yeah, I know.
So what does Mother Holt say?
She has said that, baby, oh yeah, that's men. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She's like, that's men.
Because she's been there too.
Yeah. She was like, that's men. They all just, she like, they all ain't no good, none of them.
Oh my God, that's so nice.
I know, don't you love it?
I love it, yes. I'm here to meet Patricia.
Okay, have a seat.
Okay.
And I'll go get her first.
Okay. Welcome, Letitia. This is a big day for me. I have a job interview with a highly respected brokerage firm, and I'm excited about this and nervous, but I'm getting myself out there. Thank you so much for meeting with me today.
Well, certainly. I hear that you just got your license.
Yes, just passed my exam.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about your goals, how you want it to work in the real estate industry.
Well, the main reason I wanted to work in the commercial side of real estate is because my husband, our company, Scope Industry, his focus is commercial general contractor. I've always wanted to figure out a way to help him out and to get more involved.
So tell me, what is it that you want to get out of being an agent?
Right now, I don't talk to any adults. I'm at home with kids all the time. So I would love to get the chance just to network with adults. I do have 3 kids. My husband travels a lot for his company.
Who watches the kids when they're not in school?
And I am working on getting babysitters lined up. So I have not had a job interview in over a decade. To say my interview game is rusty, understatement.
Your success depends on how many hours you're going to put into work. The more hours you put in, the more you're going to get out. How much time are you looking to put in, and are you looking to do it as a hobby or as a career?
Well, definitely as a career,
Okay.
but not full-time career, more so as part-time career. I'm a planner, so as long as I have my schedule planned out, I can devote 4 hours here, 5 hours here.
Right.
So.
Well, you have to also be flexible because you never know when you're gonna have a seller or a buyer call you in the morning, hey, Letitia, do you have time to show me this particular property? So you're gonna need to have that flexibility. Will you be able to change your schedule around?
Yes, and I can.
Okay.
I definitely can do that because I earned my MBA while I was pregnant with my second child.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm sure I could do it. And with my degree, I know all about the commercial industry, the property management side, the marketing side of things. And the whole structure of how the whole process just come apart from the time you build that plaza to getting investors or getting business owners to rent out your space.
You have that initiative, you have that drive. So that's kind of like something that I'm looking for in my team that can bring that energy, the go-getter.
I was extremely nervous when I first walked into the interview. However, had the opportunity just to talk about myself a little bit, so I loosened up some. I think I have this in the bag. Well, thank you so much for meeting me. This was awesome.
You're welcome.
Coming up on Love and Marriage Huntsville. The same thing that you guys are thinking about us, we're thinking about you.
I just thought maybe you guys would be bringing something to the table.
I asked Mel to go on this dinner because things worked out really well in Miami. I want to thank her for that, and I want to see if we can keep moving forward. Did y'all enjoy the wedding?
The wedding was beautiful. I enjoyed it. And, got to see some of the people I hadn't seen in a while, like Tisha's mama.
She be wilding out.
I'll be at the table like, ooh, somebody get Wanda.
Wanda don't be playing, girl.
Let me tell you what Wanda got me.
I can imagine.
Wanda got us a black leather one-piece bodysuit lace. I was like, Wanda. Wanda's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of got me, thank you for the crystal lovebirds. As a matter of fact, they were so pretty. And I do appreciate that. So I hope y'all got the little thank you cards and stuff that we sent out.
Kimmy definitely has excellent taste. The birds are very elegant and very expensive, but Maurice and Kimmy are worth it.
But yeah, the wedding was amazing.
But it seemed like y'all went off.
Eventually, were y'all there for the shoe game?
Well, girl, listen, let me tell you. So Martell and I had a little conversation about the infidelity and the cheating.
At the wedding?
Oh, yeah.
Do you feel like it was an honest conversation to where y'all can move forward?
I'm not really sure at this point. I'm still trying to figure that out.
So I'm really surprised to hear that while we're downstairs twerking, they're upstairs fighting. All I can do is try to be there for Mel.
Do you feel like he's done it more than one time?
Yeah.
What would make that well up in you to think that he
Well,
has?
I harp a lot on female intuition.
Oh, I agree.
And it is real because I think back to all the time that I had that intuition gut feeling and I pushed it aside only to find out my intuition was right.
But even talking to you now, you seem fairly calm.
Like you weren't angry? Like I would flip my lid. I am telling you, I would flip out. And Maurice knows I would flip out.
Well, see, here's the thing. I've already done the crying. I've already felt the depression. I've already had the anger. Once you've done that so many times,
How many times does he get?
oh no, he don't get no more time.
How many times?
Well, in a year and a half, I caught him talking to her 4 times.
How do you do that?
I think that until you're in that place, you never know.
I'm going through a lot right now, so it's nice to have Kimmy as a friend that I can confide in. I wish she had have kind of reached out to me back when she found out he was cheating on me, when I really, really, really needed a friend. But, hey, better late than never, right?
Kimmy, I wasn't hearing from you while I was going through all of this.
No, we don't talk a lot. So it didn't seem as genuine to just out and call you and want to know your business.
Not necessarily you calling being in my business, but even just hey Mel, listen, I know you're going through something. I just want you to know that if you ever need someone to vent to, I am here and I am praying for you. And that never happened. And I was a little disappointed in that. I was like, because I'm that person.
It actually did happen. I did text you and I said to you, I'm really sorry about what you're going through, and if I can help, then, feel free.
Kimmy did reach out via a text message. And to be honest, this kind of situation is more like pick up the phone, girl, and call me. You know what I'm saying? Texting me kind of feels like you don't really care.
You know, you always kind of look like you got it all together and that you all in your zone and
that's
that
the
you all
people
in your
that,
space.
and that's the people that you have to check on. Check on your strong friends.
I apologize if that's how you felt, because I would have never thought that that's how you felt, honestly. Are you good? How are you today? Like, are you good?
Today I'm good.
So it's like
thank
a
you for
day-by-day thing. You're welcome.
I really appreciate this dinner with Kimmy because it really shows how far our friendship has come.
Well, look, you know, I've drank my drink pretty much, but let's still toast, honey. Let's toast to Melody and Kimmy trying to make a comeback. How about that?
You so tough.
Melody.
No pun intended.
Honey.
Coming up on Love and Marriage Huntsville.
We have to find out, are we gonna build these houses or not?
I think we should take a vote.
If you decide to quit, you're a loser.
My second phone out there, man.
I'm sorry, what?
You got 2 phones.
I thought we were done with this. Your wife has got 1 foot out the door and you've got 2 phones?
Hey, Martell.
How you doing?
I'm good, I'm good. Can I move this out the way? It's good to be home because we can focus on work, which is the one area in our life that we can agree on that doesn't turn into an argument. Hey, Richard.
Hey, Melody, how are you?
Richard is the lender that we're using to help us secure the loan for the comeback group.
And then once proper financing is completed, then we can start hiring subcontractors and get this show on the road.
How are you doing, my #1 lender, VP over there? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
I like getting phone calls from you because that means you have some good news for us.
Well, I was calling you, about the project we were looking at.
Yeah.
Houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been trying to figure it out, but between y'all, I can't make the numbers work out. I can't make the numbers work out to do this full amount on both these houses. It looks like it's you and Martell on Holt and Holt, of course, and it looks like it's just Kimmy on Scott, and it's just Letitia on Infinity.
Marcel and Maurice, they're not on there?
And the applications they sent me just had Kimmy on Scott and just had Letitia on Infinity.
Wow.
Wow. That's the stuff I'm talking.
And that's something they didn't share with us because it's supposed to have been all six
Six
of
of
us.
us. So we were like, with the 6 of us, we knew these numbers should work hands down because it's 6 of us. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Oh, okay, well.
I can't believe that.
All right, well, we're shocked. Of course the loan is gonna be held up. Maurice and Kimmy's company, they just started. So that already isn't doing nothing for anything. Then you got Infinity Property. You know, they've done some things in the past or whatever, but I don't really know what they're doing now. So
But
I'm not surprised.
regardless of what they're doing, they're not strong enough to be on this loan with us. So I'm appalled that Marcel and Maurice aren't on the loan.
To me, it's the typical Scott thing. Make you think one thing when they're doing another.
Well, I appreciate you like always. You always do a great job, so thank you.
Anything else?
Thank you, Richard. Have a good
Okay.
one. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Wow.
See what I'm talking about? That's the stuff that I'm talking about. How are Marceau and Maurice not on the loan?
I can't believe it. What's up? Hey, Andrew. How you doing?
How's it going?
Good to see you. Good to see you. So now the meeting with the architect and the property manager has become pointless because now we just got this bad news about this loan.
And we have to fix that really before we can move forward at all.
That's right. I know you call me continuously asking like, when are we going to get these homes built? But the thing is, it's the financing right now. It's 6 of us with the comeback group. We talked to the lender, the other 4, they're not strong enough to hold their own weight.
It's not even just the other 4. Out of the 4, only 2 of them are trying to go on the loan.
Yeah.
Don't sound like a comeback group if everybody ain't participating.
That was good. She said coming back.
We having to stop all work. So we're waiting.
Okay, so what do you want me to do with the subcontractors? What do you want me to just
Tell them
continue this whole-
please to keep us in mind and don't get on a big project.
All the construction that's going around in the city.
Yeah, right. They will leave us.
It's a lot of options and places for contractors and subs to go right now.
Exactly.
So
with Holt Custom Homes having a reputation, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call the contractors, and based on you all's word, I'm gonna keep them on ice for a week. Okay?
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan?
Yeah.
Holden Holt has a very positive reputation in the community. We've worked hard to make sure that our company is always at the top of its game. And so now here we are trying to do something with the Scotts, and we're putting that at risk.
So we have no other choice but to make something happen.
We will not let them ruin our reputation.
Right. We need to go and have a comeback meeting.
Yeah, I agree, ASAP. We're uncomfortable with making this kind of call to the group because we are all friends, but we've got to get an understanding in terms of why Marceau and Maurice left themselves off of the loan, which possibly could have helped ensure we got the loan. So maybe they're kind of feeling like, let me keep myself off of this just in case something goes wrong.
Or you maxed out.
Yeah, possibly. We just got back from Miami. I know we put a lot of things, to the side while we had some fun, but we still, of course, have to move on with how we're planning to proceed in terms of the comeback group, which was my idea originally for all of us to come back together, but we have some reserves at this point. I got a phone call from Richard. He was saying that the numbers were not working out in regards to the loan that we're trying to get for both properties. He was like, well, I've played with it some, and between the 4 of y'all, I said, wait, all 6 of us are doing this together, right? And he was like, I only have you and Martell and Tisha and Kimmy's information for the loan. So that's the only income I'm able to use, and that's not what we discussed in terms of the 6 of us taking on this endeavor together. What's up? Like, what's going on?
First of all, I can speak about my side of it. It's a company, right? And me and Kimmy are on the company. Kimmy's a signer on there, but my company is responsible for the debt, which means I'm responsible for the debt regardless. The way our company is set up is you only need one signature.
We put it under Infinity Property. I own Infinity Property. That's the reason Marceau is not on it, because I'm 85% owner of Infinity Property.
He still could have went on there as well.
He cannot.
That's like me going on a loan for you and the car is in your name.
You can.
No, I can't.
But he still has income then from another company, Scope, right?
The Comeback Group is an entity. The Comeback Group has Infinity Properties in it. If I went on the loan as Scope, it would be the Comeback Group and Scope.
So why would he say it's a surprise to him?
What's a surprise to him?
That you two are not on the loan.
And didn't want to be.
Who said that? Who's surprised by that?
Richard.
I can tell you exactly why Richard, our lender, was surprised. He wasn't there when we set up the articles of organization. We had 3 separate companies that we were gonna use to come together to form the Comeback Group. It was gonna be Holt & Holt, it was gonna be Scott Imperium, and it was gonna be Infinity.
This was all written down in the articles as far as who's the primary and who's the signing. Seems to me somebody didn't read all of the articles.
Has everybody looked at it? Well, Melody read it to me.
Under the articles of operation for the comeback
We know what
group.
those articles say. I know what you're about to say about the company.
I'm
names.
saying the articles would need to be changed to have him on there by himself. Infinity is what's on the articles. So that's what goes on the loan. It's just that simple.
He's thinking on the loan.
No, you can't.
He's thinking
You
on the
guys are
loan.
not listening. You have your
You guys
mind
don't
made up on what you think, what you want to say, or what you want to do. So you're not listening to what we're saying. We cannot move forward if you guys are not willing to listen.
We can't move forward if we're not all being
Coming to the
straight up.
table.
This loan is supposed to have 6 people on it, not just the Holts and 2 companies with no clout. Most of the risk and responsibility falling on us is not something we're trying to do.
Unless the loan is strictly on us.
Coming up on Love and Marriage Huntsville.
This is just fantastic. I think I pulled my Achilles tendon.
Did you hurt yourself?
Yeah, a little bit.
So who gonna take care of you though while you
That's why I'm married.
Under the articles of operation for the
We
comeback
know what
group.
those articles say. I know what you're about to say about the company.
You're not listening to what we're saying. We cannot move forward if you guys are not willing to listen.
We can't move forward if we're not all being
Coming to the
straight up.
table.
This loan is supposed to have 6 people on it, not just the Holts and 2 companies with no clout.
You believe that signing onto the loan makes you more committed. Once you get the explanation of why it was set up the way that it was set up, now does that change your mind about your understanding coming in?
Well, right now, regardless of what we can do with or without, I just want complete transparency. It's like, if we're all not in this holding equal weight, you know, I'd much rather do it by myself. Me, Melody, we don't want to have you guys, I'm not gonna say riding our coattail, but really riding our coattail. No. It sounds funny. But hold on.
So it seems like Martell's been waiting to say this the whole meeting. They want to make it seem like the Holts come in and they're saviors or anything like this. What they don't realize is that we've all paid the exact same amount of money. So we're riding their coattails. You know, that's just typical Holt behavior.
I just thought maybe you guys would be bringing something to the table. I'm sorry.
This is why the meetings that we have is not productive, because you guys throw those shady remarks out like that.
I was not throwing shade.
You have to understand that. The same thing that you guys are thinking about us, we're thinking about you.
Really? So you could have pulled the permits for his house, Marcel?
Yes,
He
ma'am.
has his
I
own
can build
business
this.
license.
Hey, Letitia, stop it. Letitia, I'm not joking.
Okay,
You hear me?
I'm done.
No, you're not gonna do this.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Something I had been asking Richard for a long time was, hey, can we go ahead and pay for the appraisals? I never understood why I wasn't getting that answer. But when I had the conversation with Richard and found out the problems with the loan, it started to make sense. So I decided Martell and I are going to move forward, paid $850 for the 2 appraisals on the home.
If we're working together as a group, why didn't y'all let us know that? Why didn't
That's
y'all
why we're
text
having
us?
this meeting.
But you guys decided that before the meeting.
Here we go again. This is what they did the first time. They make their own decisions. It's this kind of shady stuff that gets us right back to square one every single time. Like, this is the mail that I don't really get. I'm over it.
It makes it non-productive for us. For you all to decide we're gonna go forward and I'm gonna get Richard what he needs. We're revisiting the comeback group just like we did the first time. Same people, same turnout. What is the point of having a group if you continually say, we gonna just do it ourselves? We signed articles of operation saying you would stop doing that. You can't do that.
Hey, if y'all don't want the appraisal, I can take that loss. We need to redo the articles and y'all can remove Holden Custom Homes, give us our money back that we put in for the land and y'all can do it.
Bam! With Mel and Martell, they're always looking to blame someone else for everything. Like, they work together well, but when it comes to involving other people, like what we're trying to do as the comeback group, is just not working out. Because it's like, they want to have their ways. We want X, Y, Z, and if it's not our way, then we're out. Okay, bye.
We have to find out, are we gonna build these houses or not? Because if we're not gonna finish this thing, we've messed up the value as far as selling it to someone else.
We can throw this damn thing away.
I think we should take a vote in deciding whether we want to move forward as the comeback group
Yes.
or not.
That's my vote. Only losers quit when they get down. Winners fight through it. If you decide to quit, you're a loser.
I'm not a loser. I am a realist, and I'm really tired of everybody trying to paint me as the bad guy because I'm the one who's always trying to address the elephant in the room and get the facts straight. It's just isn't gonna work. So all the nays to the comeback group, raise your hand. Maybe I X myself. If you want the comeback group to continue, raise your hand. 4. Oh, sis. There's 1 left out there. Speak now, forever hold your peace.
I'm on the fence right now.
You're on the fence still.
I'm on the fence, I am.
Why are you backing down now? Do you think I'm taking it too far?
No, you are taking it too far. I
Okay.
never had intentions on dissolving the company.
I don't think I'm taking it far enough.
Yeah, no.
I think we do better not being in a group together.
Y'all do better not being in a group.
When Mel step in, is when it brings the confusion, everything.
I brought confusion today because I stepped in? Oh, wow. So that's exactly why my answer's a hell no. Meeting adjourned.
That is not productive, girl.
Meeting adjourned.
God.
Mel.
I'm out.
And I'm not gonna do this today with y'all, so I'm gone. Bye-bye.
Hey, y'all, hey, walk out separately. I ain't got time for nobody out there fighting.
Hey, what's up, Mel?
You got a minute?
Yeah, I got a minute. Hold on 1 second. I'm running late to the game. Come on, son. How you doing?
So-so.
Shoot these on over there to that side, son, okay? Over there. Well, Uncle Marcel and them are. Quick as you can. All right, hey.
Hey, so I just wanted to talk to you really quickly about the meeting. Before we went to the meeting, you was almost some rah. I don't want to do business with them.
No, I'm sorry.
Like, they just be lying. Be lying. I don't want to do business with them.
I don't know something until they're able to tell their side of the story. Yeah, but now days have gone by and it has settled in, so
when BS settles in with you, then you good. Okay, got it.
yeah. Yeah, you're right, yeah.
Well, I'm not going to be going into a meeting thinking me and my husband on the same page, only to feel like I'm battling 5 people.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Don't break the legs.
I better not. And she hung up on me. She is. I'm up here running late to the game, and Melody trying to hound me with these questions in terms of why I'm on the fence when it comes to the comeback group. But right now, I'm not trying to think about that. I'm trying to blow some steam off with the guys and play some flag football. So that's the only thing on my mind right now.
First and 15, here we go. Tell him.
Of course I'm playing quarterback. What else would I play?
Good spot, D. Everybody's good. Line ready. Follow the line, snapper.
So Martell steps on the field and he's in a mood. Not sure what's up with him, but his game is on point.
I'm in my zone, making plays, and we got a good drive going. The ball is hiked to me. Take my first step, and I hear a loud pop. Feel like somebody kicked me in my foot, so I'm looking back like somebody really kicked me.
You all right? Like somebody slipped on my foot. Right there. Oh, man. Tighten up, baby.
There's so much stress in my life right now, not just with Mel, but with the comeback group as well. I can't believe this just happened. I heard it popping everything.
Really? Let me see it.
Can you
do like
you
this?
can feel it's gone.
It is?
Dog, yeah, dude, it's really, look, nope, no, feel that.
Oh,
And feel mine,
Oh, dog. Oh, man. Tank, the daddy hurt me, man. You call Mel?
No.
Call Mel, man.
This is just fantastic. I think I pulled my Achilles tendon. So Mel isn't the first person I want to see right now, but she has to come and pick up Tank, and hopefully she doesn't have a million questions for me.
You hurt yourself.
I did, man.
What happened?
I pulled something. I pulled my Achilles tendon.
Hey, what's up, babe? Getting a phone call that I gotta come pick up Tank because Martell is hurt. I'm just feeling like, really? As if we needed any other thing occurring right now in our lives. Did you hurt yourself?
Yeah, a little bit.
Where did you hurt yourself?
My Achilles. It's all right now. Just pulled it. Just being old, I guess.
I told you
What's
not
up,
to come
buddy?
out here getting hurt.
You told me not to break a leg.
Yeah, I told you. I said, don't break
You
a
should have
leg.
said don't get hurt. You said don't break a leg.
But still, that's what that means. So who gonna take care of you though while you
That's why I'm married. Who gonna take care of me? You.
You got a wife.
You see that question?
You got a wife.
Sure, Martell needs me. Now that he's hurt, I guess his mistress doesn't fill that void. I'm gonna take Tank on home. Yeah, they got you, so y'all good. I'm gonna take Tank home.
All right.
All right.
Bye, Martell.
I can't believe that Mel would leave Martell like this in dire need. He could be really hurt bad. I don't think Kimmy would ever leave me like this.
Bye, Mel. She didn't say bye.
Yeah.
That's
She
Mel.
might be a little upset.
Because I got hurt or what?
Yeah.
Man.
That means a whole lot more work for Mel. You gonna be good driving?
It's my left foot, so I'm good. My second phone out there, man.
You want me to go get it?
Heck yeah, I'm gonna call it.
I'm sorry, what?
You got 2 phones.
I thought we were done with this.
Business phone, dude.
I got you.
Oh.
You so crazy.
That's what we call it.
So in the game of life, Martell has made some key errors. So going forward, he's gonna have to be perfect if he wants to continue to play for Team Holton Holt. So he's gonna have to play from the playbook and not from the little black book.
You got two. Be quiet. How come I got that business phone number? This the one you got while you talking.
The business phone or the non-business phone?
Yeah, this is. You got this number.
Hey, where?
But anyway,
No, Flores, you go get it.
I'm about to get. Where do you think it's at?
Oh, where we sitting at?
That dude said a business phone. Your wife has got one foot out the door and you've got two phones? You can't have two phones in a non-cheating marriage. What you can't do is have two phones in a cheating marriage. Lord have mercy.
Does Mel got two business phones?
Next on Love and Marriage Huntsville.
The one broker in particular,
She offered me a position with her company, and I said yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I don't know how this works together.
I do not want to stop the comeback group. We gotta be able to move forward. We need Melody back on this.
You know, with Martell and I don't really know what the future is gonna hold.
Okay.
Just at the doctor's office.
Okay, what they say?
So I'm at surgery.
Surgery?
Yes.
I don't want you to think we're good because we're not good.
What you mean?
I think we need some time apart.
We're not friends anymore.